All right, you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shay, for all of you who do not know. And then I have my hubby over here who y'all know he remains anonymous. Okay, so I just wanted to get on here and do a quick video, but I do want to apologize for the last three days. Was it 3 days?
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday. So there was 3 days where I did not post videos, but I did not forget about you guys. But we were celebrating our daughter's 8th birthday, and it was hectic. I had kids at the house all weekend, and I'm just so happy that it's over. But
yeah, there was other people's kids everywhere in our house.
Yeah.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm coming out of the bedroom, and there's the other people's
they're up,
kids giggling and
turning
laughing.
up,
And,
just
like,
doing them. Like, okay, y'all not gonna go to sleep?
right.
I'm sorry, but I had to leave the kids and go night-night. Okay,
Yes.
Husband stayed up
Yeah.
every hour on the hour. But anyways, the kids had such a great time. I was able to reflect on all the years, of my daughter's life and how she really experienced everything with us. So anywho, I don't want to get emotional, so I'm just gonna let you change the subject.
So we're gonna bring up some topics today about things that we've actually dealt with during the weekend and things that we talked about and things that happened.
Okay.
So first, let's start with fake people who are in your lives
Oh man.
and how destructive it could be for you to have these people around you, the people that show you love when you're standing in front of their face, and the minute you turn around, quick throw a knife right in your back.
Mm-hmm.
And how it could be family members, it could be friends.
More than likely it's family.
Yeah, but
To be completely honest with you, it's always family with me, and that's why I just have to love people at a distance. And I had to pray last night. I'm not even joking. I had to pray. I remember we were talking about my so I had to pray that God would just keep my heart together and keep my heart right, and that I won't be bitter. One thing about me, I don't want to be a bitter person. I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to be angry. I just want to just let it all go. So last night I laid in bed and I was just praying for my own heart and everything. Because if you don't pray on these things and you just allow people to just keep using you up and, just doing you filthy, then, it's just a repeating cycle. You'll get bitter if you allow those things to keep happening. So I just make sure that I just give God my whole heart. Please take it away, because I don't want to be those things.
And okay, so she takes care of the God aspect of all of this.
Right.
I fill in the blanks of everywhere else.
Right.
So to keep these people around you, everything that's around you and circling around you ultimately affects your daily performance, your performance as a husband, wife, co-worker, business owner, whatever it is. And if you have all these negative things around you, whether they're floating around you or not, deep down inside, that one person that's around you just because they want to hate on you. So whatever you have around your circle is going to be what it's going to affect your output. So, you should be trying to move around as carefree as possible, mm-hmm. to be able to think clearly and make better decisions. And if you have these people around you, it's going to bog and weigh you down.
And the reason I keep bringing up family is because, people, you're oh, well, that's my family. I can't do them like that. I can't just cut them off. Oh, that's my mother.
No, yes, you can.
Oh, that's my father. Oh, that's my cousin. I can't just cut them off. And the reality is, you can just cut those people off. You can.
I'll tell you what you do is, if you don't believe us, what you do is take 2 weeks. 2 weeks out of your life without these people. Say, you know what? I'm going to take a break from them, but I'm going to come back. Mm-hmm. And if you don't feel better in those 2 weeks, and if you're not operating at optimal peak performance, mm-hmm. then go back.
Right.
But I guarantee you that won't happen. I will guarantee you within those 2 weeks, you will say, wow, I feel a lot better, a lot less stress. I'm happier,
And then you know what? And then another thing is like, if it's not the people around you stressing you out, making you feel less than, or you know what I mean, people in their back-ended like insults and all that stuff, then you have this whole generation where social media will make you just feel less than. And that's why I always try to tell people, like, stop looking at these false lifestyles on social media and comparing your life, because it's not what it is.
It's just not social media anymore. It's ads popping up all over the place. Yeah, are you 15 pounds overweight? Lose 15 pounds in 72 hours with this beautiful Brazilian butt lift kit. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, no. And then you're looking at yourself in the mirror going, oh, I could use a little bit of
then you looking at your arms, you looking at your thighs, like, oh Lord, I need to lose some weight because I done gained 15 pounds.
Or are you feeling dumb today? Take this pill, it'll make you smart. Like, oh, I think I need this pill. I am feeling a little dumb today. Like, no, these things are, so what they're trying to do is
distractions.
The goal is to move your money from your pocket into theirs. That's the goal. So they're going to say and do everything possible. And they have clinical physicians that look into the psyche of people in order to get this done. This is all what the world is. It's trying to move your money from your pocket to theirs.
Right.
And see, they feel as if they're better off with your money than you are because they know how to use it.
Wow. They know how to invest it. They know how to make it work for them. They know about stocks. They know about bonds.
Right. They know about compound interest. Interest-bearing
accounts. Right. They know about all of that stuff. Yeah.
So it's all a vanity play.
Mm-hmm. And much vanity.
Yes, and preying on your self-conscious and preying on your insecurities. And you need to be solid in who you are.
Absolutely. And how do you become solid in who you are? This is me. I'll take this over. The only way you'll be confident in who you are is if you know Christ, okay? Your identity is in Christ. And that's why a lot of people are struggling with their identities. We got people talking about their fictosexuals.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
What are you talking about, sir?
I married a hologram.
Hold on, wait.
Because she understands
So
me.
Some people, can you look that up real quick? On your phone?
Yeah.
And read it? Because some people may not understand. You have so many people struggling with identity, struggling with this craziness, struggling with insanity, struggling with mental illness. And guess what? Society is saying, oh, it's okay. You know, of course you're fictosexual. So I'm going to actually read, I'm going to read this. You know what? Can you read it?
Yes. A fictosexual Japanese man who married a 2D virtual character in 2018 can no longer talk to his wife. A report in Manchai said that, I'm going to butcher his name, Akigo Kondo had grabbed headlines after marrying Hatsune Miku, a Vocaloid with strikingly blue hair. So it's a cartoon.
So he married a cartoon. Okay. Sir. Why are we as a society just allowing people to just go off the deep end?
And when he
because it's not right.
When he married so he invited his friends and family and nobody showed up. But he married other people, he invited other people that were also a part of this fictosexual community, and they all showed up. So
they're marrying cartoon characters.
Yeah, and he's surrounding himself with people that will say yes to his delusion.
Right.
Instead of his family and friends that are going,
you're out of your mind.
You need help. Like,
right.
He said, oh, it helps me with my depression and blah, blah, blah.
And mind you, I read that he spent about $16,000 just to be in a relationship with this character in this virtual reality world. And it's like, when are we as a society, as like America, gonna wake up and understand that this is not right? And I feel like homosexuality kind of opened the door for all of this other stuff.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I'm not even gonna say homosexuality. I'm gonna say, you know, with the people on YouTube who are turning into animals. They're like, oh, I'm an alligator.
The furries?
No, they're like, oh, I'm an alligator. So they started like getting scales permanently put in their bodies and crazy stuff. Like all of this stuff is crazy. Like, how are we not understanding, like, and saying, no, this is wrong? At what point does it stop? Because then it's going to be, oh, I'm marrying my 12-year-old, you know, nephew or something like that. Like, at what point does this stop? So that's my concern.
So get back to being, you know, bringing this back to God.
Yeah.
And bringing it back to
the identity issue.
Yeah.
So again, like all of this fictosexual and homosexual stuff, all of this stuff is crazy only because we know the truth, right? We know who we are now. And at some point, we all struggle with our identities. We weren't like, I'm not talking about like, you know, anything crazy. However, we were getting into trouble that we know we should not have gotten into because it wasn't who we were. You know what I mean? You going to jail, but you know that's not who you are. That was just something, you know, you did out of peer pressure, whatever. But your identity is ultimately going to come out of knowing Christ and knowing who you are. You cannot know who you are unless you know Christ, period.
Okay, so my end of that is love yourself. Love yourself more than anybody. Don't value somebody else's love over your own love for you.
Mm-hmm.
Talk kind to yourself.
Be kind to yourself.
Love yourself.
Absolutely.
Surround yourself every day with positive thoughts. And if you struggle with that, say it out loud.
I used to struggle with that. Remember?
Yep.
I would be so hard. I still do it, but it's not as bad. But like I would just get so down on myself. And my husband would literally have to talk me off a ledge. I'm not even joking. I'm just about to go off the deep end. Yep. Like this and this and this and that. And the whole time he's like, this is all really minor stuff that you're really beating yourself up about. And I really had to like reel it back in and say, okay, yeah, you're right.
Because at the end of the day, all these big, huge problems that you have, it's not cancer.
It's not that serious.
It's not, you know, you're not falling apart because of something. Like, so sit back and put some thought into it and think out the problem.
Right.
Talk to yourself.
Got crumbs.
Get yourself into, if you don't want to look crazy talking to yourself in the car, go in your room, go in the bathroom, go anywhere and say, you know what? Tell yourself how much you love yourself. Tell yourself you are beautiful.
Even if you don't believe it.
Take your flaws and say, you know what, I might have a scar on my face, but it makes me who I am and I'm beautiful nonetheless. Oh, Lord.
My little pimple.
Always love yourself.
Right, absolutely.
Because if you don't love yourself, who else will?
Right, and it's for all the single people. If you out here and you like, oh God, please bring me a husband, or God, I want to find a wife, make sure you're loving you. Make sure you're loving you, because if you don't conquer loving you, how you gonna love somebody else? Okay, that's not something you want to learn in your marriage.
No.
Okay, it was something. Listen, it was harder for me in my marriage. Like, God knew that I needed a husband at a young age because there was things that He knows that I didn't. Okay, and I had to learn to love me, all while trying to love Him, and it was affecting our marriage.
It was all stuff that I could see that she couldn't see because she was too close to a situation.
Right.
And I once I would bring it to her, you should have saw the look on her face. It was shock. Like, it was just, what? You know, and this isn't even things about her. It was stuff that other people were doing. And I'm like, you don't see that this is going on?
And it was breaking me down. And I didn't realize that it was abuse at that point, because it had broken me down so much. And it messed with my head and rearranged everything that God said about me. And you know, again, allowing people around you who don't have your best interest at heart. They don't want to see you progress. They want to see you on welfare. They want to see you on food stamps. They want to see you have multiple baby fathers, and they want to see you not operating at your full potential. Okay.
You want to know what else they want to do? That's worse than all those things. They want to sit back and throw your God in your face.
Mm-hmm.
That this is your God?
Yeah, you doing bad. This is your God?
I thought you went to church.
Right.
I thought. What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, So, and that's the first thing they go to.
Yep.
They go, that's the first thing. Oh, remember when you were telling me God was going to get me through it? What about you?
Mm-hmm.
Now look at you. You should have listened to me. I told you not to follow that God thing.
Yep. And the thing is about God is God wants to, he'll keep you right in a situation just to show you who you have around you. And once you figure out who you have around you, then he'll keep you in that situation just to show you you.
Yep.
Did you believe them when they said this? Did you believe this when they said this about me? Did you believe this when they said that I wouldn't get you through this?
And nothing's going to be perfect.
Nothing. Nothing is going to be perfect. Nothing in life is ever going to be perfect.
Because if it was, how would you learn anything?
Absolutely.
If you walked through all, rainbows and sunshine, you wouldn't even appreciate it.
You would die in the rain.
Yeah, like you wouldn't appreciate it.
Yeah.
So you have to have peaks and valleys.
Mm-hmm.
That's just life. It's a part of life. So God may have you go through something just to point out the fact that, hey, the thing you thought was so bad is actually
really not
good.
that bad. Not that bad at all. And like you said earlier, we're gonna end it here. Like you said earlier, whatever you're going through, be thankful, be grateful. I know it may seem like it's the end of the world, and I know it may seem like it's getting crazy, but please remember that there are people who are going through very much worse, okay? And there's some child somewhere in a hospital bed dying from cancer right now.
There's some kid kidnapped in a closet right now, being sold into slavery.
Exactly. Some grown woman being taken right now into sex slavery. So we have to really be careful and grateful, okay? Count your blessings. Stop looking at the negative sides of things and look at the positive, because that was me. All right, I love you guys so much. I will talk to you soon. Do not forget, you can email me at speakhervoice2too@gmail.com. I love you guys. I think that's it. I love you. God bless.